all the time. I feel like a lot of those teams have started just proving it on land, and for America, like outside of like 2 teams and that's it, now it's time for America in the middle pack to prove that they can like hang with the best, because listen, we've been getting stomped internationally, okay? I'm just saying.
I mean,
it's a hot take for a reason.
You know what? Fair.
Yes, let's go.
Not the first goal I was expecting, but I'm sure ALLMID is all about it. Just a free shot downfield, and again, something that when I did my replay analysis a while back is something that seems to be a bit of an issue, that overlap. I talk about Rocket League being in different lanes. Left of far post is 1, in between the posts is 2, and then to the right of far or near post is 3. And the only time that you should be doing something like that is when it's coordinated. Like Space Station does it a lot, where they're trying to follow up in tandem. One challenges, one picks up the possession. That's usually the only time. But when you have everybody overlapping, a pass or a shot crossed field is just so easy to punish. And you kind of saw that there. Everybody rotating back on the same side of the field, and it catches them off guard. So again, just want to spread out, make sure that you're not overlapping too heavily, unless it's one of those where it's like it's a pass or a pinch or something like that coming through. So
yeah,
good pass across field. It's a good shot on target. LCT back, able to make a save. Does have his mouse pad, so no issues now.
Those are going to be those small mistakes that you just kind of talk about, like crossing into each other and that kind of cluster game. Those small details that a team like ALLMID might not make, a team like Gladiators might not make at times, but whoever makes, and again, welcome to my redundant book of just common sense, whoever makes the most mistakes in the series is going to lose, duh. But it is those small details, great save, that, if you're crossing too much into your teammate's lane, especially when trying to make these saves, ALLMID are going to take advantage of that. On the other side, Gladiators have to realize that they might not get that many chances to find a gap, and if they do, they have to find a way to score.
Just see how it plays out so far. Gladiators making some good adjustments, winning a bunch of these challenges, but make sure you connect on that one square, otherwise it can be punished. Luckily, actually was able to get back in time. Another touch and a good 50 from ALLMID. But these challenges, very aggressive from Gladiators.
Yeah, and you're going to need that. I mean, you're not going to give ALLMID as much space as they normally want. So I like these possessions off the side wall, running a lot of boost just to get it towards the back goal line, and that's going to force 2 defenders to commit for the save, but it at least keeps the ball on kind of your side of the field where you would want it. Back to midfield as both teams vying for a spot and jockeying for possession. Because right now it's been all of Gladiators with 2 minutes to play and some change. They're looking for their first goal to tie up this game. Good shot, and the continuation continues. That was redundant.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it.
It's 2-0.
Yeah, it's actually really good defense from ALLMID. There was quite a few double commits on the back end, and credit to Gladiators for putting them in an awkward position with a low boost. But as soon as that one gets kicked out and it's a clear down field, it kind of destroys everything that Gladiators is building up to. And efficiency then for ALLMID. It's unfortunate that Gladiators, after all that offense, can't find anything. It's something that's really detrimental in Rocket League in particular, where it's like you put in all this pressure, you have so many shots on target, none of it matters unless you score a goal. There is no like economy or something that you're building upon like you are in other games that you'll get to see in the rest of Gamers8 throughout the rest of the weeks. But yeah, it is a frustrating one where either you score a goal or you don't have anything, and it can be a toll on the mental. I've seen it happen numerous times where we talked about in the press conference with Moist, Joyo was talking about playing against version 1 and saying like, yeah, when they take a toll on the mental and they're chirping you want nothing more to score, and that way you can kind of chirp back. And when you don't get to, you start forcing things, you start being a little bit overzealous, and that stuff kind of gets over, and that can happen too when you just can't find the back of the net. You start forcing things and throwing stuff at the net, and eventually you put yourself out of position, and now you don't have a goal, and now you're down by 1 more.
Well, now it seems that the offensive ALLMID has become a little bit more comfortable. You're seeing Flitz move downfield, holding possession, holding the reset, trying to get a defender to bite. And that way, if the 50 goes his way, you have someone around. A couple of demos that do open up the midfield, but not enough to really circulate this ball back down to the ground. Certainly where Gladiators would like to keep it, because in the air they've lost to Kiri, and he can't find the pinch. It's a good save from Gladiators, but now it comes down to, again, being able to put a quality shot on target more so than just throwing the ball at the net. You're going to have to find something because you're down 2 goals. Not a lot of time in game number 1. And already it's been a decent all-mid performance. Like nothing crazy, nothing outstanding, just they're handling their business.
Yeah, the big difference I'm noticing is while Gladiators does have a surplus of shots, they're not anything too threatening. A lot of them are just that immediate shot with power, which is great. The fact that they are getting behind it, positioning is going well. But they need to maybe take a little bit of a softer approach as Angel's going to put in a third with 25 seconds left. Some of these shots don't need to be just immediately put on target. Sometimes you can go for that possession or you can keep it a little bit closer for you. And that way it's going to force out some threat on defense. Right now it has been all-mid primarily, unless they sustain the offense like they did right around the 2-3 minute mark, isn't really going to make anybody come out of net. So if they can find a way to, if they do get that sustained, you know, pair it with boost denies and demos, then maybe something. But as of right now, that direct approach isn't the one that's working. That may change hopefully when we get into twos, when you don't have as much of a leeway with all three players. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the way they go, as Flitz is going to put this one in the back of the net. But overall, I'm happy with Gladiators overall for like they're not making like really simple mistakes, right? Like they're not just whiffing the ball and stuff. So positive things coming out of the gate, but you're hoping they sure that up moving into the next queue.
Yeah, and now comes the question of, do you go to twos or ones in this spot? And I don't think, unless something is so outstanding, and I don't mean adjective wise, more of like, I think Gladiators might end up choosing twos. I don't know, they're gonna go for ones. Okay, so throw everything out the window. And you said you were impressed with Angel. Well, now he has this chance to put the series on match point.
I mean, interesting one. Obviously OSM also a lot of talent as an individual, so not too surprised by this. Just don't know if it's going to be like that much of a difference maker as we see possession. Big flick and a good read by Angel. A lot of times during those circumstances, you want to cover near post, but then also apply immediate pressure. And this is something too. Unfortunate for Angel wanting to deny that boost. Obviously, put pressure on target right away, so they have to go make a save. Deny their boost, and then you start to kind of go in this figure eight formation where take a turn, shoot, take their other corner boost, and you just keep going back and forth. So
we've seen our fair share of wacky, wonderful, wild 1v1s.
Oh, no way.
Right off the bar.
OSM, you got that?
Let's go. Well, Gladiators will get himself on the board first, and OSM capitalizes on a very dangerous flip, but hey, it pays off. With all that space, you're kind of crossing your fingers, but also like, yeah, okay, we got it. Like, you hope you finish the play.
Yeah, so far been pretty defensive for Angel, it looks like, in those initial shots, but it's just been a lot of control from OSM. So that's on me.
Control, you say?
I jinxed you so hard. My bad on that one. It's going for the wave dash and decided to get the little bit of the hop with it as well. It was such a good wave dash. The momentum of the car is like, yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
I love ones because you can go from like 4 minutes of just sustained, brilliant like positioning, and then the next play is just like you derp yourself to the side, and it's just well, unfortunate. Try again.
So no boost here for all-mid. Gonna want to keep this one close and just try to force something. That boost doesn't come up. That would have been great for OSM, and it's gonna sweep through, and there it is. So trying to keep this one close. Gonna just force something and throw that away. So should be able to at some point get back into the corner, and putting it up high like this. Maybe a flip reset. No, can't connect. This is a dangerous one and should actually be a goal.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was going to cut a little bit sooner, but even there, Angel was just so far ahead of the ball. All he needed was like one small pad, and this was gone. And he cuts it right in. Boom. He doesn't cut it. If he cuts it a little bit later, that's probably a save. You probably clang that one to the corner, but good heads-up awareness from ALLMID. Angel getting 2 goals already. Got a lot of time in this one, but the opening kickoff will go the way of OSM. He gets the boost as well. We'll see what he can do with it. Oh my god.
Overall, pretty solid flick, but Sonics please and hits corner and goes out. But low boost going to throw possession away back on that one. And this kind of been the matchup that I've been paying attention to between these two in particular, is the way that Angel approaches these is not always the most aggressive. Usually there's a little bit more composure, and this one should be punished. But there's been a lot of space that's been given primarily in the first couple minutes.
Yeah.
But there's been a change up here. Like as soon as I expect it to be one way, it's like, nope, I'm going to turn and challenge right away. I'm going to close this gap. So it does make it hard to kind of get a read and kind of fall into a play style, which is really important in ones, is being able to mix that up and change that up, because they don't have like game to game. It's not like they're playing a best of 5
yeah,
in an individual series. So Good plays by Angel. And OSM still keeping it pretty close. A couple things that could go better, but overall it's just other than that wave dash, and then I think it was on that last shot that got punished. I couldn't land the flip reset, so
yeah. Oh no. Yeah. So here's what I've been
I'm
noticing.
done talking. I'm so sorry.
Here's the thing.
I'll be back in 2.5 later.
Angel's been using a lot of his boost to initiate the offense on the ball and keep it on the ground. So like a lot of times when he catches the ball, he'll immediately he'll boost up to get it basically up to top speed, and he'll just coast from there, and he's catching that timing for OSM off, and he's able to get just enough of ahead of the ball and ahead of OSM to where there's no chance for OSM to catch up and make the save. On the other side for OSM, he's burning his boost, going on the sidewall, trying to get like these crazy flip resets, and individually doing what he does best. Finally, he will flip it through to cut the lead down in half, but it's been a difference between the aerial game for OSM and the ground game of Angel, where Angel is more keen on just getting enough speed behind the ball quickly once he gets possession to get it out in front so there's no chance to save it and like use that light.
Yeah, well, somebody just think needs to be very decisive on these, because anytime those initiations like you talk about, Angel coming in, using that boost to keep it on the ground and apply pressure, as long as OSM takes that space that's then provided and just, again, decisive here. Could have been risky, but a little bit of an ego check. Just throws it on and forces to make a save, and wanted to play that to the corner. I've got hiccups.
Yeah, he was prepared for it. I mean, I think that OSM was going to look for the dunk anyway, but Angel's worst decision was probably break checking right there rather than going for a flat 50. Granted, you probably get dunked on regardless, but the break check just set it up even better. Towards the backboard, now getting buoyed and no boost. Okay, we have ourselves a tie game. Lawler, you're not allowed to speak anymore, because when you do, you get scored on. So
it's the beauty of ones, and really good rotation on recovery from OSM. Puts a shot on target, forces it up. But then the heads up play of understanding, like, I may not be able to go for this shot immediately, but if I get this boost, I'm going to be able to sustain offense. It's kind of the beauty of ones. It's just there's so many little minute things that you have to pay attention to that all add up to having success. But first time we're going to see Angel really take to the skies. Let's just try to pull this away and get an initial challenge. So they play it over the corner, get some boost, and now needs to be careful. Able to secure the own corner. So now cut inside, and it's good 50 by OSM. Gonna let the possession go down. Need to be careful, as it could be a big touch here. Probably gonna take it to the sky with a flick, and top left. Perfect.
Now he's keeping up with it. Like, that's the thing. OSM is now reading those little speed bursts on the ground from Angel that normally would cut into the lane, so there was no way to make a recovery, and that's an open net. This time, he's keeping pace, he's not getting baited, and he's making sure that he burns boost to get up on top of the ball, so there's no advantage for Angel. And immediately, once he gets possession, you got a playground in front of you. You can do whatever you want. That one is also somewhat on target. We'll hit off the back wall, but still, the damage is being done right now. OSM's done a very good job of making a quick adjustment in this game against the reads of Angel. And Angel has kept the same style throughout. He's been looking for the ground game, but now it's not working.
That's what makes it so difficult. When I was talking about being decisive, that's what I meant with OSM. There's that little bit of time in between the challenge that if you take a shot there, if you apply that pressure, it's going to then trickle down on the defensive side. So it's been very good. On the other side of it too is when you decide to make those adjustments, say OSM keeps doing that, after a certain point, you're going to just be able to fake it altogether. If Angel's going to keep pre-jumping or being super aggressive with the challenges, as that one is actually going to get okay, I have to stop. I'm so sorry. Start praising OSM, and then
been all 5 goals. You realize that.
Wait for it. Oop.
Now, I was worried he wasn't going to finish it, but yes, it has been all 5 goals. If you are a Gladiators fan, you hate Lawler right now.
I'm so sorry.
You're so mad.
I'm so sorry. But all mid fans love me.
It's true. There's a balance here.
Dang. Oh, what a save.
You should know by now. If you call it, it's not going to happen.
I mean, it's still a good shot.
Oh, it's a great shot. It's just not going to go in if you call it. That's not going in either.
Uh-oh. That's a lot of space. Fake it. Go underneath. Fake it. Just fake it. Yeah. See? Brain's huge, man. Brain's huge.
That's a good play, though. I mean, again, keep it on the ground where you have management. 21. Good save. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's got to keep it up. Just run. Literally just run. Just run. You got it, bro. OSM going to close it out with 0 seconds. Finally, the ground game converts.
Yeah, it's a tough one, obviously. not count yourself out. A lot of credit to OSM there as we're going to jump back into 3v3s in game 3. And last time, well, in favor of ALLMID, able to shut it down and play primarily just kind of pretty solid defense, I would say.
Yeah.
There was a lot of direct shots from Gladiators, but for the most part, all those kind of stopped away. Here's to see if we're going to have some similar results or if a little bit of confidence after that 1v1 win.
Well, ALLMID built themselves a lead in game 1. They never looked back. They were to get 2 and then potentially 3 and so on and so on. But if you are Gladiators, you better be able to capitalize off of OSM's performance in that one-on-one. And from there, you're hoping that the confidence in those challenges and the positioning will be there. Great pass to the center of the box. Quickly denied on a double commit and another win on the 50 and another double commit. Back to midfield, another 50 win. It's a remarkable set of events for ALLMID. However, it doesn't really pan out to much as they find themselves pressured yet again.
I mean, your commentary describes exactly the gameplay, though. Trying to meet literally everything, even if it's a good idea or not. A lot of these challenges, as that one's going to go over the top, could be a shot opportunity. It's going to be placed top right, but what a save. As that one goes out, could have been a chance there for ALLMID, but Gladiators able to keep it neutral. No shot on target, a lot of minimal boost here.
Yeah.
As third person in rotation for Gladiators. Just trying to find any sort of boost they can. OSM still left at 0. As ALLMID spreading this defense thin. Off the ceiling, has a secondary touch, and it's a good save. After a certain point, big clear, just throws possession and goes right back.
This is the danger of ALLMID. They can just take these shots one at a time.
Oh, what a dunk.
Never mind. You know, sometimes you try to get possession.
See, now how you get it. It's your fault.
LCT just, I mean, shout out to the pinch, by the way, in that 50. My goodness. The pinch off the side wall. Oof.
Challenging literally every 50 in mid. Like, every single ball must be challenged. About time you get a dunk on one, right?
It's like in their contract. You must challenge every ball in midfield.
And demo everybody as well.
And demo everyone off kickoff. Gives it right back, though. Hold on now. Good quality touch. Jesus. They're going hunting, and I love it. It's just, my God.
What are you doing there? How'd you get there? What's happening?
He's still trying. There's another demo. Could we get another? Now you got Angel fighting with somebody. You got Kiri throwing absolute haymakers across the field. The 50 game's there for Gladiators, but the possession is not. Flitz trying to get over one. He's there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's illegal in 30 countries. Oh my goodness.
Oh man, we get like crazy challenges, non-step dummies. Like, yeah, I'm gonna air dribble this. You're gonna be downfield, cherry pick this, put it in. That sounds good.
That's a moist esports play right there. That's nuts. Big demo.
Well, Spaceman would be surprised if we get an extermination by the end of this. Based on the rate things are going, is there's another one in the corner.
They're little psychos, and it's great. But the conversation right now should be about Gladiators because, granted, they did give up a goal, but their defense has withstood what? It feels like it's been 18 shots. It has been non-stop in a great counterattack as Max give him the lead.
Slow play, decides to do a backflip and then just completely pancake it inside. And why not? Why not be in the right position to put a shot near post? Perfect.
It's 2 goals in a row where the ball doesn't touch the ground. And it's just, you're in the right place, right time. Here's a pass. Whew. What did I tell you going into the series? It's going to be a middleweight fight. It's just going to be chaotic and weird and awesome.
And I think this is actually more credit to Gladiators. Like, normally if you are arguably the team that has, and we saw in the very first game, a little bit more solidified on the rotational play and all the like standard things that you expect. I think credit to Gladiators because you are forcing this team to be susceptible to your play style. It is chaotic. It is all over the place. So having a really tough time of kind of controlling the pace and getting into a groove for ALLMID is credit to Gladiators.
Yeah.
You know, putting a large emphasis on disruption and getting a bunch of demos on rotation. It is tough to, you know, come in with a good approach and have solid touches and shots and have boost because you're dead half the time.
Yeah.
So it's been really good for Gladiators. Might be able to get another one here.
This is the best sign too, knowing that you have twos coming up. This one's going to waterfall. No idea what just happened, but it skirts away. You do have twos coming up after this for either team. So if you're on a roll right now with the team play like you are, if you're Gladiators and you're just making the right reads, you're getting great challenges, that's another poke free. You're going to feel happy going into twos whether you win or lose. And they have a real good chance of going up 2-1. This quality shot after quality shot continues to land. Gladiators doing what ALLMID did at the start of this game, but with 20 seconds to go, this is the most dangerous time right now if you are ALLMID. I think you send two up at a time, keep one obviously on rotation, but really, it hasn't been too overwhelming of an offense. They had their moment in the start with only 6 seconds now. Got to keep the ball up. Towards the back corner, alive, down to the ground, blitz, no touch, and it should touch, and it will. So Gladiators, and you better hope that you have your best footing, because right now it's Flitz and Curie versus OSM and LCT. And we'll see how it plays out. Opening kickoff goes the way of ALLMID.
Gonna be an important one there for ALLMID as well, right off the kickoff. It's kind of just neutralize that feeling. But this is an interesting one. OSM and LCT on here. I'm kind of interested to see on how this coordination really works out, but primarily it's gonna be more demos.
I don't want to look at it anymore.
Is this a Spanish? It is. It's a Spanish kickoff. What a savage.
I love it.
Oh gosh. First player not even going for it, just immediately passes the ball and goes to the demo in the second person, because then it gets possession kicked right back to him, and it's an open net.
Just keep it going, dude.
Man.
Just be chaotic. This is what I'm talking about. Unpredictable kickoffs are the best way to catch someone off guard. Shout out SSG. 4:37 to play. Plenty of time in this one. But already we got ourselves a tie game. A bit chaotic at the midfield. Is there going to be a save? No? Okay. Thank goodness that Flitz is there to secure the goal.
First 31 seconds of the spaceman, and it seems like nothing has changed.
No,
there's two less players on the field, but still the same level of chaos, and I'm all about it. Here to see if they're going to either team settle in, or if that's exactly what Gladiators wants. Either way, it's demo on the other side. Need to dodge one and a shot. Not able to get around it, but on the back wall, plenty of time. OSM taking it solo, and happy to dribble this one with his 0 boost. Goes for the 50, and it's a good win, but Kiri should be able to bully the one off and get the boost here. So it'll be problematic, but a good challenge. Bounces this all the way out, and it's played in the midfield. Shot a little bit high, gonna force one up, but perfect control from OSM as reads it off the back wall, brings it down, and gets a flick into the midfield.
There's a chance now. Ooh, it's an interesting little corkscrew to try to get it around Ben, but it just won't pay off. Around one, Flitz doing a very nice job on that half hop. Almost gets it through. Great save from Gladiators. I'm surprised this is not a 3-1 game. You got to win this if you are ALLMID, obviously, to send it to another 3v3, but right over.
What a touch.
Right over. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And a demo to boot.
It's a great catch, and then a solo dribble, pop over the top, and insult to injury. OSM might as well get a demo while he's at it. Pretty solid play across the board in our first minute and a half. Again, a little bit chaotic, but I think you and I are all aboard before this. As another 50, and then the follow-up is there. Again, the difficulty with two is this is kind of how it plays out. Is you have someone go for these initial challenges, they kind of just full send. And by the time they recover and get back in, your other teammate can just go in, challenge, be aggressive as well. It's just this constant onslaught. It seems to be working for ALLMID quite a bit, but Gladiators, that little bit of lull or that gap in between has definitely come back to punish them. So demo here, demo there, demo everywhere. As it is going to be possession in the midfield, welcoming one in. OSM trying to go over the top, he gets bumped off, because if you can't get the ball, it might as well get the other player.
That's been the sentiment. If we can't get possession, just go knock them out. And it's worked, man. It really has. How long will the lead last, though? It feels like in this series, it could go either way within a split second. LCT was looking for the demo. into the lane. There's a bomb. There's another bomb. Just get the ball to the net right now. Thank you. Okay. All mid. Make it 2-goal game as Curie finds it.
Yeah, it's a really good communication. Initially, that ball that comes across, it's a hard cut and forces one player to go the other way. And then at that point, the decision not to force it, it did look like you might have been able to have a shot on target, but having that trust in the communication with the teammate to slow it down and then just let you bully off that other player. So really well played there by ALLMID. Up to Gladiators to try to find some footing back in this one, as the early disruption has kind of been stopped down. As we've been seeing a little bit more solidification in the play style. I say that, but a demo comes out and it's going to be an open net. Not off the respawn, picks the wrong way, and that's something that if you don't know, obviously the only RNG of the game truly is the spawn option. When you get demoed and you respawn somewhere else, you don't get to pick. So what players will do is, because you are basically floating and then you land, you have the ability to move your analog in a direction and preemptively guess in hopes of being facing the right direction when you respawn. The only time we've really seen that really come into play recently was that Rise save on Space Station. And he actually picked it wrong, but his reaction time was so fast, he was able to correct it in time. It's actually insane. That's just it.
That's no bueno. You know what's weird? It's a lot of the same types of goals. I mean, that redirect is just absurd, but it's a lot of the same types of goals, or the setups of goals that ALLMID found in ones. Obviously, there are translations here. They're finding them in the stews, but, you know, getting that extra boost to just get it right into the lane fast enough to where there's no recovery for Gladiators. And off the kickoff again, ALLMID are finding themselves not only with possession, but a lot of time to make this one work. Great recovery and save from LCT. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now.
Why? You were right.
I was, but I was like, oh, all these things, and then they get scored on.
Yeah, but you said it was a great recovery, and then the recovery led to a goal. Good job.
So smart.
Too hard on yourself, man.
Every time I talk, it's like, oh, goal. Crap. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's just twos. Let's be real.
It's Rocket League, man. God, if people only knew how many times we set something up and then someone just scores very quickly.
I was sitting down with a couple of friends. We were watching some like highlights of the spring major and stuff, and they found out how quickly, like, it wasn't even the spring major because I was there. There was another tournament going on, and it's just like that prevalency of the caster curse. Even though it's something we all joke about, it is very much so a real thing. Like, no matter what you try and do, it is just hey, this thing is gonna happen, and then the opposite. And you're just like, I don't know what you want from me. Like, I promise it's not something I'm doing on purpose.
Yeah, no, it is a constant of the universe that we don't understand, but it exists. There's a demo, and you know, we live with it. Just as right now, Gladiators have to live with a 1-goal deficit, and they have to score. The second was impeccable. Can they get back in time? That's the question. LCT now trying to fly in, and
that's a great 50.
Oof. Probably play this off the back wall. Yep.
Nice flip reset. Final 45 seconds. Gladiators just trying to find one more. They've had a couple really good chances and a good job here to control possession. It's in the midfield. They can slow this one down, go for a demo. It's pop over the top. Recovery not going to be there unless they can turn and win a 50. That one actually goes in.
That's insane. I mean, it's off the backboard. It's recovered, and then the 50.
Oh my gosh.
Again, a millimeter difference, and that doesn't go in. But if that's what it's going to take, that's what it's going to take. You got 27 seconds to kick off. Goes to ALLMID. That's a pass. Oh my goodness. That's an open net. And he missed. Oh no. Oh no. And it's right over. Oh my God, OSM's going to style on him. Is that a goal? It's a goal. Oh my goodness. Oh my. It's happening.
No. There's still time. There's still time. It's fine. It's fine if you're an ALLMID fan. If you're a Gladiators fan, there's too much time on the clock. You're scared. Nobody's safe. ALLMID has scored a bunch off the kickoff. Let's see if it happens again. This time, OSM with possession. He's probably going to take this one to the sky and delay it as much as possible. It's a good flip reset. No follow-up. Second rotation. Actually, a really aggressive challenge from LCT. Surprised he went for it. As it's launched downfield, it hits the corner. The ball's still in the air. They're going to try to